Step into the unknown with the Shadow Frequency and your host, Matt Wilson, as he takes you where the shadows hum.
Welcome, listeners, to episode 159 of the Shadow Frequency, where we venture into the eerie unknown, chasing whispers of the paranormal that linger just beyond our grasp. I'm Juniper, your producer, and tonight we're diving into a chilling tale from the skies above Montgomery, Alabama. It's 1948, and two seasoned pilots encounter something that defies explanation: a glowing cigar-shaped object with glowing windows streaking through the night. The Childs Whitted encounter is a cornerstone of UFO lore, and it's got all the makings of a cosmic mystery that'll leave you staring at the stars, wondering what's out there. Matt, are you ready to take us into the void with this one?
Oh, Juniper, I'm more than ready. This case is like a cold shiver down your spine at 5,000 feet.
Right.
We're talking about a close encounter that left two pilots questioning reality itself. Buckle up, because this one's going to take us to some strange places.
I'm already getting goosebumps just thinking about it. All right, Matt, the cockpit's all yours. Take us into the shadows of the Childs Whitted encounter.
Picture this, listeners. It's July 24th, 1948. It's just past 2:45 a.m., and the night sky over Montgomery, Alabama is a deep, inky black, speckled with stars. Clarence S. Childs and John B. Whitted, two experienced commercial pilots, are at the controls of an Eastern Airlines Douglas DC-3, cruising at 5,000 feet. These aren't rookies. Childs is a former Air Force pilot with thousands of hours in the air, and Whitted's no stranger to the skies either. The plane hums along, carrying 20 passengers, most of whom are asleep, unaware of the unearthly spectacle about to unfold. Suddenly, a brilliant glow cuts through the darkness. Childs spots it first, a strange, elongated object about 100 feet long and 25 to 30 feet wide, hurtling toward them at incredible speed. It's cigar-shaped, wingless, with no visible wings or tail, and it's glowing with an eerie bluish light. Two rows of rectangular windows line its side, blazing with a brightness that seemed to pulse with otherworldly energy. The thing passes within 300 to 700 feet of their plane, close enough for Childs and Whitted to see its sleek metallic form, resembling a B-29 fuselage but unlike anything they've ever seen in the air. The object streaks by in a matter of seconds, 10 to 15 to be exact, before it tilts upward with a burst of flame from its rear, like some kind of rocket propulsion, and vanishes into the clouds. The pilots are stunned, their hearts pounding. Childs later said it was the weirdest thing I ever saw. Whitted described the object as moving with a speed that defied known aircraft technology, estimating it at 500 to 700 miles per hour. One passenger, Clarence L. McKelvey, caught a glimpse of a bright streak of light but couldn't make out its shape. The rest of the passengers, oblivious, lost in their dreams while something extraordinary passed them by. This wasn't just a fleeting glimpse of something strange. The Childs Whitted encounter became one of the most credible UFO sightings of its time. Two trained pilots, with no reason to lie, reported a craft that didn't match any known human technology in 1948. The Air Force's Project Sign, tasked with investigating UFOs, took the case seriously. They interviewed the pilots, who stuck to their story with unwavering detail. The object's glowing windows, its rocket-like propulsion, its sheer speed, it all pointed to something not of this Earth. Some speculated it was a spacecraft from another world, a visitor from the stars observing our planet in the dead of night. The encounter left a mark on UFO history. It wasn't just the pilot's testimony. Ground observers in Alabama reported seeing a similar strange light in the sky that night. The consistency of the accounts, the credibility of the witnesses, it's the kind of case that makes you wonder if we're alone in the universe. Were Childs and Whitted the first to witness an extraterrestrial flyby? Or was this something else, something even stranger lurking in the shadows of our atmosphere? All right, Juniper, I'm still reeling from that image of a glowing cigar-shaped craft zipping past a passenger plane. What do you make of this one so far?
Matt, I'm picturing those pilots staring out of their cockpit window, mouths open, as this thing blazes by.
Right.
It's like something out of a sci-fi nightmare.
Yeah.
I'm hooked, and I bet our listeners are too. What's next?
Oh, we're just getting started. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll dig deeper into what this thing might have been and why it still haunts the annals of paranormal history. Over to you, Juniper.
Wow, listeners, how chilling was that? A glowing windowed craft streaking through the night, leaving two seasoned pilots speechless. It's the kind of story that makes you wonder what's really out there in the cosmos. I bet you're all on the edge of your seats, imagining what those pilots felt as that eerie object vanished into the clouds. Stick around because Matt's got more to unpack about the Child's Witted encounter, and trust me, it only gets stranger from here. Like and subscribe, and follow us on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and all major podcast directories. Visit shadowfrequencypodcast.com to catch every episode. Leave us a voicemail telling us where you're listening from. We'll feature it in an upcoming show. Check out our new Shadow blog for companion articles to episodes like this one. Grab some cool swag from our store or buy us a coffee to keep the spooky vibes going. Now it's time for our mailbag segment where we share your thoughts and spooky stories. We love hearing from you, so keep those emails and comments coming. Gotta reach over and hit the button.
It's time for the Shadow Frequency mailbag.
Here's a great email we got from Brian in Wales. He writes, Dear Shadow Frequency team, I just wanted to drop you a quick note to say how much I'm enjoying your podcast. The way you dive into the mysteries and eerie stories with such enthusiasm and depth is absolutely captivating. Each episode feels like a thrilling journey into the unknown, and I'm always left eagerly awaiting the next one. Your storytelling and production quality are top-notch. I especially appreciate how you blend facts with that creepy, immersive vibe. It's the perfect mix. Aw. The episode on the Frogman had me hooked from start to finish. Keep up the fantastic work. Says, I'd love to hear more about urban legends from small towns in future episodes. Thanks for creating such an awesome show that keeps me up at night in the best way possible. Cheers, Brian from Wales. Well, Brian, thank you for the kind words. We're thrilled you're loving the show, and we'll definitely consider diving into some small town urban legends soon. Keep those suggestions coming, folks, to shadowpodcast@protonmail.com. All right, Matt, take us back into the shadows.
Welcome back, listeners, to the Shadow Frequency. We're diving deeper into the Child's Witted encounter of 1948, a case that still sends chills down the spine of anyone who hears it. Last half, we left off with two pilots, Clarence Childs and John Witted, witnessing a glowing cigar-shaped object with windows streak past their plane at 5,000 feet. But what was this thing? Let's explore the possibilities that keep this case alive in the paranormal world. The pilot's descriptions were vivid and consistent. The object was unlike any aircraft of the time. No wings, no tail, just a sleek metallic body with a row of glowing windows that seemed to pulse with an unnatural light. The burst of flame from its rear suggested some kind of advanced propulsion, far beyond the jet technology of 1948. Project Sign, the Air Force's early UFO investigation program, classified the sighting as unidentified, a rare admission for a military that often leaned toward debunking. Some researchers at the time, like Dr. J. Allen Hynek, later a prominent UFO expert, believed this could be evidence of extraterrestrial visitors. The idea of a spacecraft piloted by beings from another world, watching us from those glowing windows, is enough to make your skin crawl. But it's not just the extraterrestrial angle that keeps this case eerie. Some paranormal researchers have suggested this could be something even stranger. A craft from another dimension, slipping into our reality for those brief 10 to 15 seconds. The glowing windows, the otherworldly speed, the way it vanished into the clouds, it's as if it wasn't meant to be seen, like a ghost ship of the skies. Ground observers in Alabama reported a similar streak of light that night, adding weight to the pilot's story. Could this have been a glimpse into a realm we're not meant to understand? Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Hold on, Matt. Could this have a rational explanation? And that's a fair question. One skeptical theory from the time suggested the pilot saw a meteor, a bright fireball that just happened to look like a structured craft. The Air Force briefly considered this, noting that meteors can appear to move erratically and leave a fiery tail. But Childs and Whitted were adamant. This was no meteor. They saw a solid object with defined edges, windows, and a deliberate path. A meteor doesn't have rows of glowing windows or make a controlled ascent into the clouds. Still, the skeptic in me has to acknowledge that our brains can sometimes play tricks, especially in the dead of night at 5,000 feet. Whatever it was, the Childs-Whitted encounter remains a haunting mystery. It's a reminder that the skies hold secrets we may never fully grasp. Were Childs and Whitted witnesses to an alien craft, a trans-dimensional visitor, or something else entirely? The truth is out there, listeners, and it's lurking in the shadows of that Alabama night. Juniper, I'm still imagining those glowing windows staring back at the pilot. What's your take on this cosmic puzzle?
Matt, I'm torn between wanting to believe it was aliens and wondering if it was something even weirder, like a tear in reality itself.
Right.
This taste is wild. What do you think our listeners are feeling right now?
Probably a mix of awe and unease, just like us. All right, Juniper, wrap us up and send us back into the night.
What a journey, listeners. Episode 159 of the Shadow Frequency took us into the heart of the Childs-Whitted encounter, a 1948 UFO sighting that still leaves us questioning what lurks in the night sky. From that glowing cigar-shaped craft to those eerie windows, it's a story that sticks with you, making you wonder about the mysteries above us. A huge thanks to Brian from Wales for the awesome email. Keep those coming. Join us next time as we dive into another shadowy tale. Matt, any last words?
Just one. Keep watching the skies, folks.
Well said. Until next time, stay curious, stay spooky, and stay tuned to the Shadow Frequency.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
This episode was produced with a commitment to exploring the unexplained while grounding our discussion in documented discoveries. All interpretations are speculative and intended for entertainment purposes.